Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of me playing a video game and you guys watching. I'm Bananacider, and today we're gonna go back home, or the impact site. I shouldn't have said home, because that's not at all what we're doing. That's what we're trying to do, that's the whole premise of this game. Anyways, last time we got half of all the ship parts. We finished off the Force Naval. If you're tuning in now, out of all the things, why? I mean, I guess the thumbnail may be misleading, because it's going to be the same thing as the first one. Anyways, it's day 7. Go back to day 1 if you're new and you're watching this as the first one. Cool, moving on. So first what we're going to do is get yellow Pikmin. We're going to get about 9. Now then, this is a break day. Nothing wrong is going to happen to... Well, I should talk about this. I've made this guy seem like a bad guy. What you do is you throw Pikmin on top of him, and he spits out pellets, he'll spit out nectar. See? Eventually he'll go away. But the thing is he attracts Pikmin. Like, he'll take the attention of them, and then scurry around. It's like, where did it go? How many goodies do you... Okay, he's gone. He might come back. Bunch of nectar. That might be important. What we're gonna do is get these bomb rocks that have developed here over the time we've been gone. And that's the thing about this game is, as you leave an area and come back in the future, there's another one. I would throw Pikmin at it, but I have bomb rocks, so I don't want to be wasting them on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to dismiss, grab these guys, and we're going to break up this wall. It should take 3, it's a simple one. Is it B? Yeah. Like, there's 2 different types of switching between Pikmin. There's, like, a button that lets you switch between Pikmin types, like, you know, Bomb Rock and Yellow. And there's a type like switching between, like, flowers to leaves. And that should finish off that wall. Cool. Now then, that's, like, all I had to do with these yellow Pikmin, to be honest. To be truth, as I said once before. And these are enemies. These are called Pearly Clams. They are annoying. They're not hard. It's just patience, the game. We're going to want to get about, say, a bunch of blue Pikmin. You only need 20 to fight with, but you're going to need a bunch to carry the ship part. So I'm going to just exaggerate and say 50. We're not going to need 50. But I want to carry things back, and yeah. In fact, I'm going to put 3 of them on that grass there, because they're all flower types, along with these ones. Even though there's a bunch of nectar over here, no big deal, right? In fact, I'm going to quickly, just real quickly, grab these. Because I want 100 blue Pikmin by the end of today. At least. I'd like to have 100 red, 100 blue, and 50 yellow, which I've already achieved both of those, and this should be enough to get me enough blue. But, if I were to... I'm trying to think of my words here. If I were to go overboard on a specific Pikmin color, it'd probably be red. If not blue. We're fine with yellow. We're not going to need more than 50. I'm not going to need more than 20 at this point. I think. Well, let's get some nectar. I was going to save it, but regardless, they're going to run into it. And they took 3 or 4 out of the 5 nectar. Now, this is a bit of a tricky thing, getting up here to Pikmin. Is you just want to C-stick and run. If you're going to have to let... And they didn't even all turn into flowers. If they're going to fall off the edge, it's probably better to make them fall off the left side, because then they get under the box on the right side, and that's just a mess. So, we only need about 20 to take the ship part. Can you find it? It's just a bunch of Pearly Clams. Pearls, pearls, pearls. Oh, wait. That's a ship part. Now, here's the trick. We lost the blue pig. What? Did we just leave him behind, or did he somehow die from the glitch? He's right in front of me. Oh, he's not... Get out of there. You. So, just get a couple. That'll do just fine. Get up close. Downward view. No, that'll do. That'll do. You want to throw Pikmin on this. As you throw Pikmin, you'll notice the Pearly Clam opens its mouth and closes it. And you want to call back. If any of them are on that mouth by the time he closes his mouth, they're dead. And it's hard, because we have to take into account them jumping up to react to your whistle, and running after you, and it's a mess. And sometimes, if you're too close, don't get too close to the Pearly Clam. Do not get close. Luckily, I'm playing the Wii version, so I kind of have a distance. I found the positron generator. By combining the batteries with solar cells, this machine can generate incredible amounts of electricity. What a timely find! Those instant space noodles will taste better heated up. I think that's a lot of Japanese, There we go, perfect. I think that's a lot of Japanese stuff, like instant noodles. Now then, that's it. We got the ship part. We're done. We can leave if we wanted to, but we're not going to, because I want to show you off the pearls. Cool. Same thing as last time. We throw them on top, preferably 10 at best, and then we call them back. And I was saying before I got cut off there, I tend to do that. I say something and then get cut off. If you're standing too close to the Pearly Clam, and you call them back, sometimes they won't. They'll follow you, but you'll be so close to the clam that they'll be considered following you while on the clam. I'll show you what I mean after I defeat this one. I'm not gonna kill them in Pikmin, but I'll show you what I mean. We completed this area, guys. We did it. Woo! What a knee slap. That was tough. 5 minutes? 7 minutes, Jake. There's cutting out to be done. Positron generator. This electronic generator is so powerful that if you approach it carelessly, you'll get an electric shock. Hint, hint. 13 more ship parts to increase the capabilities. Cool, 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 cool. This little tiny pearl takes 3 Pikmin to carry. I think it only takes 1, but 3 max. No, it takes 3. I'm going to call back these yellow Pikmin here, because I don't want them to get involved with it. I want it to be strictly for the blue Pikmin, because I need 100 blue Pikmin, and this will help. No, I don't want that pearl. I don't need Pikmin. I don't need them, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to spout a bunch of Pikmin trivia on you guys, because I haven't had the most opportune time to do so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put away all the yellow Pikmin. I'm going to get out all the blue Pikmin. Well, no. I'll wait till these turn into flowers here first. Where did the 4th one? Whatever. On the field should only be blue Pikmin at this time. Oh, they're over there. I was like, where's the rest of them? Oh, by the way, that pearl. Yeah, it gives you 50. Wow, we have exactly 50 in our party. Oh, there's a yellow Pikmin! Ruining the celebration. Well, I would have enjoyed... waiting for these little buds here to turn into flowers, but, we got a little more waiting to do. So, I'm gonna let those turn into, flowers, and while we wait, I'm going to... Gosh darn it, there's not a bunch... There's a couple... Dang it, gosh, dabble, darn, dang it. So if you press down the D-pad, you'll get leaves. Okay. All these Pikmin are flowers, except the underground ones. So, I need to find a way to make these turn it... Okay. We're gonna focus, And get it all! Yes! 100 flower blue Pikmin. Awesome. Once these all sprout into flowers. Pikmin trivia now, that I have a bunch of free time. Let's start with Olimar. Let's talk about this guy we've been playing this whole time. Let's look at him. I feel as though this game is very underappreciated, more like a hidden gem, but it's not so much anymore because Pikmin 3 came out and that was a big deal. Olimar. He was in Brawl before Pikmin 3, so that made him kind of more popular, but his name, Olimar. Olimar. Well, if you look at the Japanese, where he came from, I'm not a perfect Japanese speaker, and I would like to be one day, but for now I'm not. They don't really use the L sound that we US use, or English speakers use, you know, an Olimar. So if we were to get rid of the L and replace it with the R, it'd be Orima. And in Japanese, they don't really use letters to kind of dictate words and spelling, they kind of use syllables. So we take the syllables apart, we have Or, Ri, Ma. And if we flip around those syllables, we get Mario. Orima, Mario. All more things backwards is Mario. Pretty cool stuff. There are actually some secrets in this level that we will be getting into bonus episodes. Only day 7 and we already announced bonus episode. Anyways, so this area, will be important. For those of you who played this game a billion times, and I know who you are, you'll know exactly what it is. But for those of you who are new, it'll be interesting. I'm planning to make either one big bonus episode with another one that's completely different, or yeah, I think it's gonna be one big episode. Okay, Nectar's right over here. Good to know. I'm gonna call all these guys back. Oh look, they're already budding. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that there are no leaves in here. Excellent. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get red Pikmin out and see if they're actually no, I'm not gonna do them. Put these guys away. Then I'm gonna look around. And then I'm going to look around and see if there's any other places we can get nectar, because a lot of people use this day as I see the one down there, by the way. A lot of people use this day as an excuse to kind of populate Pikmin, because like, look at all the Peliposes and the pearls and the iridescent flip beetles over here. But I really want to use today as a form of nectar. Is there grass up here? I know it's rocky and stuff, but is there? No. I kind of want to remember this place. Let's look at this place a little bit here. I think I mentioned this when we first came here, but let's look at the shape. We have these two little mountainous-like things up here. We have this upper area that we need a break to get in, which is a thing. These cool circle things here. A ditch of sorts. I have a feeling one day, where we found this engine right here, the very first ship part, might just be the most important place in all of Pikmin history. Foreshadowing. Anyways, let's check on those blue Pikmin. Are they finally flowered? They're flowers! Glorious day, they're all flowers. It's important to have flowered blue Pikmin as opposed to any other kind because, like I said, water cannot be avoided. Once you're in water, and yellow and red Pikmin will not stand for that. However, like fire hazards, we can walk around fire hazards. Bomb rocks is not a current hazard, it's more like you make it your own hazard, and high ledges is just high ledges. You know, that's not a hazard. So blue Pikmin, when you're in water, there's no avoiding it. You have to deal with that. Also, there's a couple of leaves. Did I accidentally grab some leaves? How are there leaves? They all came at the same time. I'm gonna put these guys away. Maybe you can only develop in the flowers so many at a time? Why aren't they at least buds? Okay, grab this guy. Grab this one. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this. Oh yeah. Okay, grab this one. And then this one. And put them away. Yeah! Precision! OCD! Okay. You screwed up. That was a mistake, Pikmin. I think I'm just gonna pluck these Pikmin here, and then go get some nectar, and that'll be that. Because they didn't even turn into buds, and there's no way we have enough time for them to wait for them to turn into flowers. There's no way. So, line up the shot. Here we go. And go! No! Why did you not? We were doing it together! You can fit infinite Pikmin on one nectar. You can put 100 Pikmin on that one nectar. It is possible. So, we now have 99 flower Pikmin. And what some people would call a Steve. Steve is an abomination. So, Pikmin trivia. Anything else? Peliposes? Nothing really much here to talk about. Hurry up, cool. I could end the day, but it's been a shorter episode. Some people will really enjoy that, some people will hate it. But I only do what the game gives me. So yeah, you can kind of come back here any day you want and get more Pikmin, but again, like, we came in for that one ship part, so it was a productive day, even though it was only one ship part. But coming back here again would be a waste of time, because there's no more ship parts here. It's not like we can get ship parts. So, that scared me. I thought there was an enemy right here, and there was this health bar for some reason. Spooky! I was actually about to pull out red Pikmin to see how many flowers we have of those, but not anymore. So, Yeah, there's not much to talk about. We have 309 Pikmin. How do we have 3? Oh, I was gonna say, how do we have 300? But we have a bunch of blue Pikmin. A bunch. We're gonna watch the end game chart show the blue Pikmin population just skyrocket. That pearl alone was 50. If you couldn't count and didn't know, it's 50. And only 49 of them are underground, so one of them did not sprout. Because of that yellow Pikmin. Remember him? Yeah, he ruined it for all of us. You can actually skip this animation like I just did there. I'm going to because I wanted to show it off, and it's not important at this time. We didn't leave any behind. If you do leave any behind, though, you might be like, there's no enemies here. What's going to happen? There are Bulborbs that will come out and eat them. 7 days since impact. I have seen that at times. Okay, here we go. At times. I guess that doesn't mean all the time. The leaf atop a Pikmin's head will grow into a bud, and then a flower. It appears that if I do not pick the Pikmin sprouts, they will gradually bloom over time. Fascinating. It's interesting because we left the blue Pikmin in overnight, and as far as your guys is concerned, that was yesterday. Or actually 2 days ago, rather. Talking about the Forest Navel. But for me, it was like 4 days-ish. So yeah. And they were still flowers. You'd think, or rather, leaves. You'd think over time, overnight, they would turn into flowers. Fascinating. This melding of plants and animal traits is surely unique in this natural world. I have found flower Pikmin to possess an increased swiftness. When in a rush, I found pressing and holding A, calling the flower Pikmin forth with the D-pad to be quite effective strategy. I've also learned that these new sprouts I found growing, and okay, we've already talked about all this, and I mentioned before that if you're hearing things that you've already heard from before, also that blue Pikmin population, if you're hearing things you've already heard before, you're not doing much progress, but there's nothing much we could have done here. So, we increased by 57. Look at the blue Pikmin. Oh, a couple, and then boom. We now have 149 blue Pikmin. We can kill 49, and I'd still be okay with what we have. So, that takes care of that. 23 days to get 14 ship parts. 3 of which are in the Forest of Hope, which we're going to go do next time. Thing about this is we'll be in even more of a rush than we were with the Forest Navel's last 3 ship parts, because these are in the complete opposite sides of the world. If only we had 2 captains to split up the work. Anyways, I'm babbling long enough. Next time, we go here, we try to get all 3 and hope and pray, and yeah. See you guys then.